All right, we are back. So, second game is Overclockers UK versus Team Dignitas EU. Uh, Overclockers UK is previously Reason Gaming. I would think that the storyline for this match would be a good old grudge match. Basically, uh, Reason Gaming took the spot of Dignitas EU when Dignitas EU was unable to play playoffs last split. They have since they went on to play playoffs. They placed third and went into the promotion tournament and lost to Giants, and they are now back to Challenger Series. They have been bought by. They left Reason Gaming. They are now under a new computer manufacturer that's owned by Case King called Overclockers UK. And Team Dignitas EU is the same with two roster changes and the fact of Kobe 80 carry and Nisbeth. Oh, Kobe 80 carry, Nisbeth support, and obvious jungle. So Overclockers UK is the same minus the jungler, I believe. So.
All right, well, I wish I could help you there, but I don't really keep up the challenge. Seeing all that bunch, hashtag exposed. Anyways, let's get right into the pick and bans. You got the image on your screen, Jacob, for you?
Yep.
All right, okay, so you see the Azir ban. I hit the play button. And all right.
The Azir ban is common because Sinkux is very good at Azir.
Okay. So would you consider Sinkux like the star of the team or just like one of the carries, supportive player? How would you describe it?
I would say Sinkux and Kobe are both very good, but Obvious is also very good. He's been a good jungler for a while. He actually was he had signed a contract with Team Roar to come and play in NA. Which I reported a long time ago. He signed the contract to move, and they ended up moving the whole team to China, so he decided not to go. All right, he stayed in EU and is now with this team.
Okay, yeah, so his talent is obvious. Oh, God, the puns are coming in. I'm sorry, it was just so obvious. Oh, dear God. Okay, freak, go away. Moving on to the bans, so we have Rise ban on blue side from OC, actually, and then we have a Morgana ban, probably a support ban against Libic, or unless Take Fun or Kubon play it. Lee Sin ban as well, probably targeting Kodizan. I'm just going San, or Cone. Which one I prefer? I'm going to go with Cone. I like
Kondizasan.
Kondizasan? Kondizasan? Okay, yeah.
Callista for Kobe. Kobe's really good at the more strong carries. Yeah. Callista's just a strong pick anyway, so at least for this patch.
Okay, so does OC just not want to play the Rise right now? Is that why they're banning it, or is that a champion that Kubon has at practice? Do you have any knowledge of that? Because seeing it banned from blue
I believe
side
Kubon played it a lot last year. I'm not sure how much he's played New Rise.
Okay.
I just think I don't know. They may have something else in mind to pick.
Gotcha,
so we'll see.
Okay. And then that will be a Sivir ban from Dignitas EU.
Yeah, that with the Alistar.
And then, yep, first pick Alistar, pretty much safe pick. Just an overall
Nisbeth's
really
pretty good
support.
on Alistar, so
All right, but this does leave the Echo open, which Dignitas EU is hovering over right now. Corki lock in immediately with the Echo, so we're going to have Echo. Don't really know where he's going yet at this moment.
He could go jungle, he could go mid. I know Sinkux has played him a little bit, so he could go top, but wonder where... I'm going to say it's going to go to Sinkux. That's my guess.
All right, so that's your guess for right now. All right, well, either way, it's a flex pick right now for them. Corki definitely going to be an ADC for Kobe, going to lock in that poke AP pretty early on. That is going to be a Gragas pickup for Konzan. I'm just going to go with Cone. I can't even, like, I got it once, and then, like, there's, like, an R rolling in there. Konzan. And I'm like, oh, I don't even know, like, what accent or, like, what region I'm supposed to, like, channel when I do that, you know? I'm like, oh, gosh. Either way, Cone is going to go pick up the Gragas. He gets his cream of the crop as far as junglers go, minus Echo, of course. And Take Fun hovering over the Victor. Might be a little early for a Victor pickup. He is immobile. Really good pick, though, like, overall, but he could be punished, and it is going to be... locked in.
The Victor.
All right, okay, so he's staking his claim, probably betting that obvious. Or
I also think that's a takeaway from Sinkux that they're thinking the Echo is going to go elsewhere because Sinkux is very good on Victor as well.
All right, okay, so probably targeting Sinkux a little bit. They did take away his Zir in the ban, taking away Victor as well. Probably trying to force him on the Echo. That could be an option for him. Right, so Thresh hover over right now. That would be for Nisbeth on the support. Is he a pretty good
Alistar and Morgana are out of the way, so yeah, Thresh is pretty good pick here. So.
All right, okay, yeah, and then the Singed hover. Are we about to see the Singed smite top based on Wonder Rare Summoner spells?
So.
I mean, is that what's going to come on in? I don't know. They did just buff.
I think we're going to see a Hecarim.
Yeah, probably Hecarim, perhaps a Shyvana. Oh, speaking of the devil,
Yep.
and he shall appear. Hello, Hecarim. You know, it's great because I love Hecarim as a champion. He's one of my favorite champions in the game to play, so I was sad when
I really
Riot nerfed
enjoy
him. Back when he was like spammed in EU jungle, I think, like 24/7, and now he's gone top lane. But it seems like every time he comes into prominent play, he's always OP, and then he just gets nerfed. So I cry like like almost every time. So, and we'll see if DIG.EU can be a good representation of Hecarim Smite top. That's actually a research article I'm working on right now, comparing kind of the Hecarim Smite versus the Hecarim Ignite. And I'll tell you one thing: China, they got that down. They know how to use it. You want to know how to use Hecarim Smite top? You look at China, because nobody else can use it, apparently.
The classic Celiver Tristana.
Oh.
He played that a lot last split, and he played it in the promotion tournaments, I believe, as well. It's kind of... He played it with Rockhat as well, so it's kind of his champion. I feel like Celiver has a pretty good bond with Tristana if that's what he looks in.
All right,
so.
and then we did have a Galio hover over, but that is going to be trade off for the...
Rumble.
Rumble coming on in here. Okay, Rumble able to fairly do well against the Hecarim. Do a little better.
That's a lot of magic damage, though.
Yeah, that is, but Tristana, once you get scaling, should be enough AD damage. It should be safe enough to where it won't be too big of a deal. And let's see, Hecarim will be somewhat tanky, but the thing with Hecarim going full tank is that he kind of just sits there and takes up damage after his ultimate goes on in. So she's not really facing against like a super mega tank that you would expect to see from Maokai. Super mega, that's an official term. I think we're coining that right now as analysis.
Super mega death rocket.
Yeah, super mega death rocket. Yeah, that is an actual spell name, so we do have to consider that. Riot endorsing the silly Power Ranger-esque names. Moving on, so we have a Twisted Fate hover over right now. That'll probably be for Senkuk.
So that may be an obvious Echo Jungle. I could see that.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the worst professional name to be casting for, because you're never going to hear the end of the puns. It is obvious. So that is a Twisted Fate lock-in for Senkuk's, taking it in against the Victor, which with the Echo as well, that's actually going to be pretty good gank setup, because Echo can lay down the parallel convergence early on. Twisted Fate can then lock in a gold card whenever he pleases, lock down Victor, and then they can just kind of like just walk up to Victor and begin to bash on his head, as it was. So ultimately, we do have a heavy AP composition, which does block a lot of choke points, though. OC's composition is definitely going to have strong Dragon and Baron control. You have the Victor Gravitational Field, you have the... I'm trying to remember. Let's see. You have Explosive Cast, and then what was... I can't remember. Barrel Roll. There we go. You have the Barrel Roll as well, the Zone, the Equalizer to hold that down while Tristana gets to a point where she can proc her Explosive Shot to get the AoE down. Alistar for the peel. Fairly good scaling. And then you also have a pretty strong scaling composition. Hecarim going to become monstrously tanky. Echo going to do his things. Twisted Fate going to be there for the global map pressure. Try and basically clear the wave. Keep Victor in the lane as he goes to the side lanes.
This could be Tank Echo as well. It could be Juggernaut Echo. I've seen it. Or not Juggernaut.
Yeah, Cinderhulk. Yeah,
Cinderhulk.
When Riot unleashed the glorious diversity, and by that I mean switch the jungle champion pool to a different 4 champions, they did away with the feeble Juggernaut and embraced in the Cinderhulk. It's like everything changed when the Cinderhulk attacked.
Sigh.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for people to begin to complain about the tanks, but at the same time, it might be the case that the tank junglers, because they don't have so much early pressure in comparison to the bruisers like J4 Lee Sin, and they don't skew up matches so much, that by stagnating the jungle to that champion pool might allow the solo laners and the other champion pools to pick up more diverse stuff. It's kind of like sacrifice the one role to get everything else diverse. Not sure if there's any credence to that theory. It is just a thought. I'm not claiming it as a science or anything, but definitely something that we've seen since tanks like Sejuani and Gragas have come on through. And speaking of the jungle, I do like the pickups or the approach that Riot is taking by trying to buff the other jungle enchantments. The new Devourer, for example, looks pretty promising. And rather than just taking the approach of let's nerf the tank junglers down and then be stuck with pretty much crap in the jungle. So, anyways, game starting on off. Interesting start from Rumble, going for an amplifying tome. And it looks like he's going to want the 1v1 with Hecarim, say, come at me.
He's probably going to want the early early Haunting Ghost.
Yes, that would be really good for the penetration.
Or he could build into a Seekers, depending on how the matchup goes.
I would personally favor the Haunting Guys just to give more pressure around the objectives in the mid-game, because the thing with OC's comp, is that it has a pretty strong mid-game, and then it gets into a pretty damage-heavy late game. Whereas DIG.EU's composition, they have a pretty mid-game damage comp with the Twisted Fate and with the Corki, but then they get a really impressive tank line in the late game. So that's kind of what you're working with, and I think that OC should definitely look to capitalize on their mid-game power spike, overrun Dignitas's power spike, and take control of the game from there. That's my personal thoughts. So,
yeah.
Pretty standard start from both sides. Everybody just scouting. Wonderwear is hovering on his recall in the top lane. He does complete it. So he's looking to maybe do a double jungle thing. That is one nice thing about the Smite Hecarim, is that you do get this flexibility in how you start. Because you have the extra Smite, it does make clearing the jungle a little faster for you, and always gives you the option to go farm the jungle if you're denied a minion wave. So it looks like Wonderwear is going to just start the Raptor side. No lane swap coming out from either side, nothing being scouted out, so Dignitas' bot lane, just going to start bottom. Probably take the Gromp, maybe go directly to lane. We'll see where they go. All right, it's going to be go for the Gromp. Everybody's doing it these days. All the kids are into it.
It's going to be the jungle. It's going to be the jungle starts for both bot lanes.
Yep, so and then Cone is just going to solo start red on his own. As Hecarim is going to farm the Raptor camp, use his flask to sustain through it. I'll be interested to see if Wonderwear, that's such a fun name to say, is going to be backing, or he's going to go right back into the lane, actually. So straight from the Raptors, using the sustain from his flask to just bury on through and then not even waste his teleport. I do like the choice there because it doesn't give him in this summoner spell disadvantage. So comes in level 2 against Kubone, who was trying to push it up. It looks like he took some tower shots. And I think Kubone did what Seraph did. I have to look again, but I think it was Seraph in the game against CLG in the North American LCS, where he walked up to the tower, took the minion wave out of the tower so he could deny the full minion wave, the first minion wave to Zion Spartan. I don't know if Kubone did complete it, but I'll tell you right now, it's not working out for him. He's already at a 10 CS disadvantage, and he was in the lane first. Kubone. Does he normally?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Does he normally get
animation?
Yes. Does he normally get disadvantage like that?
I would say Cubone out of the two is probably the stronger laner, but
that's a pretty
matchup,
big misplay.
There's a level disadvantage, there's a farm disadvantage. This is not going well for Cubone right now.
No, it's not. Now, there is quite a bit of minion wave, so one thing that we do have to consider is that Cubone probably hasn't cleared some of the minions in that top side just yet. So there is minion wave there, but the CS lead is growing to the point where he's missed some minions, definitely for sure. So.
Traditionally, Corki is known to be a counter as Tristana, or was at least last season. I'm not fairly certain with the changes they made to Tristana. I would still say that he has the advantage. I think the Alistar is pretty good to pair with the Tristana because it can kind of keep her safe. So.
Give him a little bit of sustain, especially against the Corki poke, in which we already see Tristana at a 7 CS disadvantage. So a lot of Dignitas EU is going through, but Kubone is like, yo, man, you want to be ahead of me in CS? That's fine. I'll take it like flash from Cone for the kill.
Beautiful.
So while that does go over to Cone, so Kubone is not going to be able to use that kill to get back into the laning phase and get an advantage up. This is going to let them push the top lane in, let Kubone recall, force the teleport from Wonderwear should he choose to catch that minion wave. And back from there, that is a teleport from Wonderwear, so overall, Kubone's going to catch right on up. He is going to get the assist gold, so it's still a little bit of something. But Wonderwear going to go right back to farming. And early Seekers, like you had suggested, Kubone building for the laning phase, doesn't want to be all in from the Hecarim, wants to get a bit of an advantage. So, Silver, yeah, Tristana doesn't seem to like... I still feel like she is going to be a counter to Corki because Corki can just walk up, hit with the Q, and then Silver is going to have to hit it with the E, but by the time that Corki lands the Q, he can just walk away, let the damage be there, and Silver isn't going to be able to stack the explosive shot onto them. So we do see a level advantage for Dignitas' EU bot lane by about 1, probably after this minion wave. OC could catch up. Engage from Libic, but great hook from Nisbeth, stopping Silver's engage as he's forced to sit on there. Ignites on them, a beautiful flay, knock him down. He'll force out, Kobe gonna flash, gets the kill onto them.
Kobe and Nisbeth, that was a really good hook by Nisbeth.
Yeah, and a good flay. Nisbeth just saying, Kobe get fed, but Libic might get the kill. Flash wasted, Nisbeth saving Kobe. Nisbeth making a name for himself. Nisbeth, I went into Daffy Duck right there. Cone is gonna pick up a retaliation kill though, so Cone is like, alright team, you're gonna have to get on my back for this one. 6k gold lead for Dignitas. This is going to be really good for them looking into their power spike in the mid game. If Senkux can take his advantage, go into the side lanes, kick up more kills, maybe get a kill for Wonderwear. This is looking really good for Dignitas EU. Level 6 now for Wonderwear. Potential to maybe go into Kubon. There is still flash for him, however. And looks like that Wonderwear is getting the worst for some of these trades. Now, that is one thing about the Smite option with Hecarim, is that you give up a lot of lane pressure. You don't have the Ignite. Cone, man! Just like, give me the Gromp guy. You don't even know what you're doing. You call yourself a jungler. Where's your Smite? He's just...
I'm excited to see Nisbeth on a different team, because he's often criticized because he spent a bit of time with MYM at the beginning of the split, last split, before they got Noxiac, and yeah, it was honestly like the biggest criticism for him is that he wasn't a very good support. But as I've been told, Rawaz, and not, you know, bashing on Rawaz, but I'm told Rawaz has pretty bad synergy issues with a lot of supports, and I think maybe Nisbeth didn't fit in too well. Plus, there was all the, you know, the situation with Corey and Mimer stepping down because he didn't want to play anymore, and there were a lot of problems with Meteor Makers. But Nisbeth's been doing well with Dignitas.EU this far, and I'm hoping that he will continue to do well. Like, I just want to see a bigger sample size of him not in NYM to kind of get a good judgment on how good of a player
anyways,
he is.
Cohen gonna come over the wall, misses with the body slam as Nisbeth has his way choose. Take Fun is going to try and take Sun's life right now, but ultimate drop, nothing there. Obvious is waiting in the wings. Victor, no ultimate. There could be a potential gank thing. Nisbeth coming up on the Victor, but he's going to force a burn flash as Cone comes on in. Yep. Parallel convergence isn't going to connect with anybody. So Take Fun doing a really good job of avoiding the ganks right there, not even burning a summoner with that. Nisbeth, bit of a misplay from him, but he's at least roaming around. He built an early mobility boots after the kill and assist for him in bottom lane, using that to exert some lane pressure with aggressive positioning, getting some roaming down, trying to help Senkux get a bit of advantage back in the lane, and back to bottom lane. Big wave for OC, so Dignitas.EU going to try and just clear this out as they push it to tower. And we'll see what happens here. Cone looks like he missed the ultimate onto Senkux and only gets a flash for his trouble, so that is a flash down on Twisted Fate, so maybe if he makes a return gank, he can get something out of it, but so far nothing there. Obvious is once again back in the mid lane. Jungler's putting quite a bit of attention right here, understandably so. If OC gets Victor snowballing, then they'll have really good dragon control, but if Senkux can snowball, he can take that advantage all across the map.
Telfer hops away.
Zoning, Death Sentence. Kubone has burned his Equalizer. Looks like he just used it for wave clearing the top side. It's on cooldown right now. Teleports out for both of the top laners, but Wonderwear is out of mana, so he's going to look to probably back, recover that resource, maybe look to either run back into top lane or teleport into top lane. Depends on what his teams go for. There is a ward down for Nisbeth. They could maybe look for a dive in bottom lane, but against an Alistar and Tristana, I don't think that's a good idea. There's too many knockaways. So instead, he's going to complete the early home guard. Merc Treads just run right back to his lane. So, going to come up there. This is also, Hecarim's home guard synergy has been nerfed. His passive now checks the movement speed value every second. No, every fourth of a second rather than every second. So while it is more accurate in changing your attack damage based on the movement speed, so you know you can use it earlier in some trades. It will also detect the decay rate a little faster, and I think there was something else with the home guard that occurred, a detail which I cannot recall right now, but it was designed as a nerf to the home guard Hecarim flanks. Regardless of that, and regardless of his lack of lane or extra lane pressure from the Ignite, he still maintains a roughly 20 CS lead over Kubone, and right now he's going to do what Smite Hecarims are wont to do and wander off into the enemy jungle. This is another great thing from this Smite Hecarim build, is that you become a second jungler on the map, essentially. You have extra Smite for objective control. You get the ability to take away camps from the enemy fairly quickly with a Smite. Now, he doesn't have the Skirmisher Saber yet, so he doesn't have the ability to use it on enemy champions or get the extra gold from it, but he just walked in and took blue by himself. Anyways, Senkux coming in. They're going on to Kubone, looking for a gank. Flash burn from him for the Onslaught of Shadows. Really good well play from Kubone, but that is a flash down.
Gets caught. But he's safe.
Yep, so just use the ultimate right there, so maybe a little bit objective. OC looking to answer Senkux's roam by getting a lot of damage on this mid tower. They will back away before anything happens, and Wonderwear a little worse for wear as he retreats away from Kubone. Getting quite burned up right a bit. Right now, Hecarim doesn't have a whole lot of combat stents. No Phage, no Sheen, nothing like that. Just a Ruby Crystal and Merc Treads. Gonna try and come on in, and I'm not even sure who got that camp between the two of those guys. But they're gonna just jam on away.
You're being a bit freaky on me here, Colin.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, little puns. Well, it's so easy. And Cone, okay, okay. Explosive Flask. I think he's been drinking a little too much. little off of his aim, and Senkuk's just going to freely walk away.
Senkuk's ghosted right when he threw it as well, so it was like, I think he got away, maybe. I don't know if that was a miss or if that was just Senkuk's running away really well.
It looked like a miss, but that's 2 ultimates so far on the Cone has not connected. And now he's wandering into the enemy jungle. He might get the pickup on the Senkuk's ultimate burn from him. Obviously at full health, he's going to be walking up to him. Teleport burn from Kubone, actually. He does have the equalizer, maybe looking for a bit. Nisbeth going to say, "Wacha, that's a kill for me." And Wonderware is going to complete his teleport to match it. Jungler diff for OC. Take Fun going on to Senkuk's. Gets obliterated before he can complete the kill. Very nice. So DIG.EU taking these advantages. They look like they're going to push the mid lane.
Really good.
Yes, but I think they're going to be okay with just taking the mid tower. Senkuk should be careful. Kubone is walking up, and he does have the equalizer. If it's well placed enough, could get a kill. He isn't going to get the Senkuk connection, though, and now Kubone going to get hit by the death sentence, walking to his death. No flash for him. Try to pick up the snipe, but Senkuk's pretty much of a pretty good baiter.
Really solid communication from DIG.EU right there.
Yes, Dignitas does look really coordinated, while OC, they're just kind of wandering in one by one. First it was Cone going in on his own to the jungle, and then it was Kubone trying to get the snipe kill onto Senkuk's, and now here comes Dignitas.EU onto Sulliver, who just used the rocket jump. Flayed, death! Death is all that you have for you, Sulliver. Libic, you will join him as well. The tower is there, and finally Cone lands an ult for a bit of disengage. But DIG.EU is taking this advantage, rampaging with it throughout the map. But they're not going to take any more from that. They're going to be happy to just back off. Victor is back in the mid lane. Rumble's going to top side. Everybody's a little low in health, so no dragons yet for them to keep the snowball up. Instead, Kobe and Nisbeth are just going to opt to go for the Gromp. And ultimately, OC just look like they're being outplayed and out-road-tied.
I find it really interesting that their synergy looks kind of wishy-washy, because DIG.EU is the one that's made more roster changes recently than Overclockers, at least for the main positions. Like, this Overclockers team is 3 of the 5, I believe, the same players from last split. So, and so is DIG.EU is actually they had Crazy Caps at one point. Then they had Kobe. It's been kind of a bumpy road, but they seem to have gotten a really good roster in this roster they have right now. So, Kobe is a very good up and coming AD carry. Senkuk's is the one person that I think if he was a year older, he would already be in LCS, because he's, praised really highly. But he is only 16, so he cannot play LCS yet. Wonderware is about in the same vein, but he's not nearly as good as Senkuk's in terms of relative level of play. And Obvious is also a very, good jungler who's been around in EU for a while. So.
All right, yeah, so
solid
we do have a Trinity Force completed onto Kobe, so this is going to let him take down a lot of Uri towers, just exactly what DIG.EU want. A lot of our damage going down already. It's going to make his poke definitely quite lethal when it comes to sieging the objectives. Take Fun is keeping the Twisted Fate in right now, so I mentioned before that Senkuk's on the Twisted Fate would want to try and push Victor in, but that's incredibly hard to do, because the Death Laser, once you upgrade it, or augment it rather, and you level it up, it kills the minion wave so quickly. So Twisted Fate actually kind of just gets stuck in the mid lane with the Victor. If he does try and roam, Victor can easily push the tower and punish the Twisted Fate roam. So there is that element of the matchup. Zani's completed for Kubone. He's been doing okay for himself. Cinderhulk coming in for Wonderwear, so now the health stacking is going to begin. He's sitting on a Phage right now, so probably going for a Phage with that item. I kind of like the idea of Cinderhulk into Triforce Hecarim.
I do too.
Because then you get a more immediate synergy with the Cinderhulk passive with the multiplicative health, more so than if you go like Frozen Heart second, and also you get these Triforce Power Spike from Hecarim, which is so good in the early game for diving onto the back line. So we'll see what that turns into. Obvious is joining down.
Has made they made the call to try to push this tower out.
Yep, use the Corki, maybe rotate over to Dragon. Cone is going to answer, though, had plenty of time to do so after farming a couple more camps. Now, Senkuk has recalled, and he does have a Lich Bane now, so DIG.EU building for damage for this game.
Libic, he had to pop his ult.
Yep, so he's going to take quite a bit of damage there, force a disengage. If he gets hooked like that again without his ultimate, he's definitely going to be punished for it. And once again, we see Wonderwear going for the blue steel, but it looks like he's about to be collapsed on by Kubone and Take Fun. We'll see if he can get away from it. He's getting worn down quite a bit. Kubone having a lot of damage for it. But here comes the turnaround of Fear onto Kubone as Senkuk comes in. Zonia's immediately forcing Senkuk to force focus the damage on Take Fun. Kubone flash, forcing the flash, and a bit of a scrap right there. I would ultimately say bit of a wash. Oh, the Raptors trying to finish what OC couldn't have. So, but this is going to let DIG.EU get this dragon pressure right now. Rumble's in the top side. No ultimate for him, so he can't do a whole lot if he joins them down here. Twisted Fate, ultimate, and flash burn, so Senkook's going to be a little passive for the next time being. Hecarim, Onslaught of Shadows, be up soon enough. So, and blue buff will go over to Take Fun based on the pathing. So, ultimately though, with the dragon though, Dignitas is finally able to net that at 16 minutes, advantage for them. But they're going to have to be a little more passive, not have so much playmaking potential until Senkook's ultimate come up. Either way, very well played by Kubon in that skirmish to keep the damage off of him, keep himself alive, and almost get the kill on Senkook. So, these skirmishes are going pretty well, and Kubon, like you said, he's looking like he's one of the better players on the team despite his early misplay in the laning phase.
He, Overclockers has 2 XLCS players, whereas DIG.EU only has 1. Basically, Overclockers has Cubon, who is the former top laner for Gambit. After Darien retired, he played with them for a couple weeks and played in the promotion tournament last year. And Sulliver is the longtime AD carry of KMT/Rockcat, who they replaced this year with Woolite and now Mr. Ellis. So, and then obviously Nisbeth on DIG.EU side.
Right. So, a couple pros here. Kobe coming up here. He's aggressing onto Kubone, doing a lot of damage to him, but he doesn't have any more mana. Basically just have to rely on spamming the rockets in order to proc his Triforce at this moment. But he is going to force Kubone out of lane, get some more farm for himself. About a 17 CS lead for him, 18 now, 19, 20. Okay, I'm going to stop counting. Oh. And Nisbeth gets a hook on Take Fun, forces the flash out of him, but he misses the box with it. So, but ultimately, very good pick on Take Fun. That's going to put Victor at a bit of a disadvantage right now. And Take Fun actually not using his cleanse to escape the death sentence, just opting to use the flash, keep the cleanse for a later fight, because I mean, he probably figured that Nisbeth was going to drop the box in the flay, so better just flash out all that rather than burn the cleanse. So, meanwhile,
I have no idea what OC's coaching status is. I've actually not heard anything about them having a coach. They didn't say anything in a PR release or anything. Interesting, DIG.EU has Broken Shard as... Oh, Sulliver's done.
Yep, so Sulliver trying to get away with the rocket jump in the flash, but a death sentence and a gold card is going to be his demise. So, and that kill is going to go on to Senkook, which is nice for his Twisted Fate. Looks like he's going to be building a Abyssal Scepter, at least I hope that's what it is. A little early for a G-Air there, buddy. And Corky going to pick up a Bilgewater Cutlass, going to buy the Blade of the Rune King build, so he's going to go for a little more auto-attack damage against the Gragas.
I think that's fine against Gragas and Alistar.
Yeah, but I think because you do have the Rumble as a little squishier, we'll talk about that later. Obvious going to get picked on a little bit in the mid lane. Wonderware coming from behind, eviscerates Take Fun.
Beautiful.
He does have the Phage on him, so he's going to get a little more movement speed. Teleport coming in from Kubo, though he will have the Equalizer. Ult back from Cone, a pretty good one. Obvious flash immediately in the Lantern to get away, and DIG.EU make a clean getaway as their Lichbane, Twisted Fate, and Triforce Corky take the top inner tower. Dignitas is dancing around Overclockers, man. This is quite impressive.
They have a really good, what I was saying, they have a really good strategical backing in terms of coaching and analyst. The coach for Dignitas.EU is their former jungler, Broken Shard, who is formerly of Complexity and Dragonborns, a few other teams. And then their analyst is Razzleplasm from China Talk. So...
Right, yeah, and Froskurin used to work with Dignitas.EU, to my understanding, until she picked up the casting.
Before she went to LPL, yes.
So that was a lot of very nice things going on for this team, a lot of infrastructure and support, and I think we're seeing the benefits from it coming up for them right now. As
the Dignitas organization is putting a lot of money in them because they really do believe in them, so that's a good thing.
Yes, so who knows? Maybe they'll do about as well as the North American Dignitas team is in the LCS. So that's all we'll say on that remark, though. We got some funny remarks. So Overclockers is going to try and get this mid tower down, but it is still up for Dignitas.EU.
Libic overcommitted.
Equalizer going to go down, and yes, Libic did overcommit, did get picked up by that, and Overclockers forced to back away, not even getting the tower. It is a sliver of health now. So now Dignitas.EU going to come on in. Wonderware using the Rampage, or rather the Devastating Charge, to threaten them away, and he's going to pick up that kill. And he's already moving into Triforce, like we said. Now, to speak again on the Smite Hecarim build, if you snowball with it, you snowball incredibly hard. And right now, 20 minutes in, 2-1 and 3, about a 40 CS advantage over his top laner. I'd say that's sufficient snowball for him. So it's easier to snowball, in my opinion, with the Ignite in a standard lane matchup. But if you snowball with the Smite build, oh, you're in for quite a treat to take over the game. So he's going to go top side. Obvious, just going to let the fire alarm go off in his head, get doused in flames, saying, "What kind of firefighter are you, Tristana? You're exploding."
AP Echo as well. It's interesting.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Actually, no. It's no. That's it's green. It looks like Cinderhulk to me. Yeah, it's a green. That's Cinderhulk with the Lock of the Iron. Not the Lock of the Iron. So that will be it. So
interesting.
Yeah, and as you can see the aura passive on him from Cinderhulk. So. No, yeah, it's Cinderhulk. It's a Cinderhulk. Yeah, so looks like he's just gonna go with a tank Echo. Kind of an interesting pickup. The Echo has been nerfed a little bit, so maybe they're moving into a more of a sturdy build. And right now, Runeglaive is a little unimpressive at the moment. You can see the fire pulse sitting around him, so probably adapting, because before you would see Echoes build the AP item, it was Magus, but now it's Runeglaive. It seems to be a little underwhelming, but they're buffing it right now on the PBE, giving it like an extra 20 AP and making it so that it does 100% of your base auto attack damage rather than 75%, which is really good for AP champions, because you're not going to be building a whole lot of AD on them. So might see Echoes begin to pick up Runeglaive once those changes go live in 5.13 alongside the massive AP item rework with the large rod items. That's going to change the landscape quite a bit. Interesting to see who rises and who falls. But in the meantime, second dragon for Dignitas.EU and a Destiny going down onto Take Fun. Gravitational field immediately onto Senkux, but it's going to be chained in the CC. And before he can finish the kill, he's going to be picked apart. Khan is going to be next. Explosive Flask will not save you there, as it's a double kill for Kobe. Completed Brayll the Rune King for him right now. And Dignitas.EU is going to go back, clear the minion wave. And they got their eyes set on the mid tower with a completed Lich Bane and Trinity Force. Trinity Force for Kobe and Wonderwear. They should be able to eviscerate these towers.
The last time these teams faced off in EUCS last split, Dignitas.EU was the better team. Oh, it's over.
Little Hulk on his eye. Oh my god, he just instantly died, and the dive's coming in. There's no equalizer now. Kuban used it, to clear the wave out earlier, and it's going to be turning on Olympic, and Dignitas.EU is just massacring Kuban. Another hook from Nisbeth. Zonia's going to buy himself a little bit of time, ponder his existence, say, oh gee, where did we go wrong? Probably started freeing the top link Kuban when you fell behind 10 CS in less than a minute and you're first in the minion wave. Oh well, burns aside. Take Fun comes back just to die to the CS. And Dignitas.EU is running away with this game.
Yeah.
And
last split, Dignitas.EU was better than Recent Gaming, which is now Overclockers, and that was when they had Broken Shard. And I'm trying to remember who they had support and AD. It was two different players. It's Crazy Caps, and I'm trying to remember the support player. Surrender.
Well, you have time to do that, because there is a surrender vote coming in from Overclock Gaming. Looks like they were just kind of overworked by Dignitas.EU in that game. Oh god, when will I stop? So, Dignitas.EU, they just looked really strategically on point. Yeah. The game really began to snowball for them. Yeah, it was smooth. I like that word, smooth and crisp. They really played their mid-game power spike comp incredibly well, taking out the towers, itemizing effectively for that strategy. They had a goal in mind, and they built for it, and they capitalized on it. Kobe, excellent job with his positioning, picking up some kills, getting the early Triforce to aggress on the towers. Obvious coming in to back him up there. Senkux looking to make plays with the Twisted Fate Destiny, going in for these engages, and while some of them didn't turn out for him, he never was really punished for it either. The mid tower for him still stood for quite a long time. I can't even recall if it went down. And then, of course, there was Wonderwear just styling all over Kuban. Even though Kuban did get some of the trading advantages early on, Wonderwear's game impact on the Hecarim just outdid Kuban pretty much effectively. Maybe Kuban could have looked at getting the Haunting Guys for a little more damage earlier on, rather than the safety of the Zonias. That's a point that is somewhat debatable, but most certainly the real failing of Overclocked in this game was how mismanaged they were in terms of rotating, in terms of matching Dignitas.EU, as well as Kone's game impact. He messed up quite a few ganks, and like he got a couple summon spells out for it, but there were times where had his ultimate with Gragas been more on point, knocking Senkux into the team perhaps, that they could have gotten some kills and snowball off of that. Ultimately, though, misplays from Overclocked and a smooth strategical play from Dignitas.EU, as well as some dominating lane performance. Nisbeth, great death sentences all game long, and a great lockdown onto Silver's Tristana. Yes, it was very impressive how he locked him down. So, any final thoughts on this game?
Well, Dignitas.EU is obviously, they're the team that everyone has said they're going to get auto-promoted, so I'm not really too surprised that they beat Overclockers. They are basically your best team in EUCS right now, Dig is, so yeah, it's not too surprising of a result. Very, very smooth play from Dignitas.EU, though.
Alrighty then. Well, without any further ado, I think we'll go on to another 10-minute break so we can rest our vocal cords a little bit before we get casting our next game of the day. It's going to be EXN versus abbreviation I'm unfamiliar with.
No, it's not EXN. It's
which one is it? Oh, excuse me. I'm looking at it right now.
Versus Gamers 2.
Yeah, all right. So it's Mo versus Gamers 2. Excuse me. I was looking at the playlist and I looked next one down. I forgot the video already jumped to the next game we're going to cast. So anyways, thank you guys for staying on board with us so far. Been having a lot of fun with this so far. Anyways, we'll be back in about 10, maybe 15 minutes. I'm going to get a little bit of water. Maybe bathroom runs will happen. But stick on around for more EU Challenger Series games.